Shalom. You have to stay emotionally fit in this war that we're in. You have to stay emotionally solid. You can't let your emotions get the better of you, because our enemies are masters at staging things to elicit emotional responses. They are the masters at manipulating your emotions to get you to do things that you wouldn't do in your better judgment. They get you all hot and bothered, all bent out of shape. Then they offer you a knee-jerk solution to the problem. This solution always is for their benefit. It supports and pushes their agenda. It is never truly to help you get over your emotional trauma, to get back at whoever it is that made you upset. It will never do that. They'll tell you that's what it's for, but in reality, that's not its purpose. What you see now is what you'll continue to see for however long our time is remaining in this country. You'll see those who wish to take this world to their next phase continually push emotions on people, continually attempt to force or elicit an emotional response. You'll see crying children plastered all over your screen. You'll see crying mothers, crying relatives of people that were killed. You'll see dead bodies. You'll see media personalities talking about those images in extreme states of emotion, either extremely upset, extremely sad. They may even shed a tear. You'll see an emotional soap opera play out in real time. Cries of enough is enough. Cries of no more. Cries of do something now. All these responses, all these cries are the manifestation of emotions run amok, solutions desired without consideration, a response without reason, action without planning and forethought. This will be the narrative. It will be ever flowing. They will not stop. If one aspect of it seems not to be working very well, they'll just switch to another aspect. They will not quit, because this is their weapon. This is how they fight. This is their way of war. They do not come at you head on. They do not stand before you valiantly. No. These people, these things, they fight from the shadows. They look for your weakest link, the emotionally unstable, and they attack and attack and attack. In order to fight these people, you have to become hard. You have to become harder than steel. You have to be able to look at the images of their crying children and feel nothing. You have to be able to look at the images of the heartbroken families and feel nothing. You have to be able to look at the images of the dead children that they plaster all over the screen and feel nothing. You must bury your emotions underneath a rubble of reason, logic, and most importantly, purpose. The devil is a trickster. And there's never been a trickster that fought fairly. We also have to understand that when it comes to our rights, when it comes to the concept of our defense, the methods being used now against those aspects of our lives are old. Even the Bible documents them. The Bible even documents a form of gun control. Though back then, I guess you could call it sword control, that was placed upon our people, the Israelites, via the Philistines. They ensured that there were no blacksmiths amongst us, so that there would be no one to create weapons of war for us. Seems like wherever we go, we end up in a situation where someone wishes to disarm us. Our entire time in this nation has been one of disarmament and shakiness when it comes to personal protection. We have to understand the nature and the behavior of our enemies, and also understand that that nature, that behavior has not changed. These efforts to take away rights underneath the guise of protecting the public, I'm sure they're no different in their base of meaning than the same reasons why the Philistines killed all the Israelite blacksmiths. They probably had the same reasoning behind it. It was for the safety of everyone. It was for the safety of everyone that those Israelites not have weapons. Now I know what you may be thinking, like, well, they're not just targeting us, they're targeting everybody with, well, exactly. Yes, they would be targeting everyone with their desired bans and registrations on weapons. But as you know, we are in the lion's den. Majority of us exist, live in extremely liberal areas of this country, which means we also live in the parts of the country where gun control measures are extremely strong already. And we see what happens to those of us that live in those circumstances. Chicago is an example. I believe Baltimore is another. These are areas where law-abiding people have a very hard time finding protection for themselves, making them prey to those of us who have committed themselves to self-destruction. There is no way a people can be whole and functional as long as the righteous are defenseless. The power has to be in the hands of the righteous. Anyone who endeavors to take away that power from the righteous are automatically empowering the wicked. It's just the way it works. Left to our own devices, mankind will always fall to the wicked. Evil always wins without some type of power that is given to the righteous. Why does evil always win? Simple. Because evil is willing to do the things that good people are not to win. It's the stipulation for victory is to eat a newborn child. Evil will do that. Evil will ask for the fork, the knife, the salt and pepper, and maybe some hot sauce. Now, the good person, of course, would not do that, which means the good person would not win. This is what we have to understand when you have people that seek to take away any form of power from law-abiding, good, righteous people. They are automatically empowering the worst that mankind has to offer. I don't care how many crying children they put on the screen. I don't care how many dead bodies they put on the screen. I don't care how many broken families they put on the screen. I don't care how many times they tell you that this is a weapon of war. If they seek to take the power away from law-abiding good people, they are the enablers of wickedness, and they should be seen as such. Shalom.